It's the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. Bitch, it's time for the show. Aloha headsets, it's your boy Frank and it's time for yet another daily review. Now, I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a wonderful day yesterday, enjoying that Arizona sunshine trailer. And more importantly, today's big story is Arizona sunshine. We're going to be talking about this baby in depth. I found out all the information from a Reddit AMA that happened today, compiled it all for you and put it in this nice digestible format. So I hope you enjoy. Now, check it out. Alright headsets, we're gonna go quick as always because I don't want to waste your time. Now this baby's coming out on June 27th. Gameplay trailer dropped yesterday, and that one is a mixed PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 Pro footage. Now before you ask, no, I do not know which is which, but I have heard that it's going to be much better on PlayStation Pro, but we'll talk about that in a second. But first up, those gun sounds, I know they didn't sound too great, but don't you worry, it was compressed. The devs said that in the actual game they will sound much more beefier and meatier and much nicer. Plus, with the voiceover, you'll be able to switch that baby off if you don't want to listen to that gentleman talk the whole time. Now, this game versus the PC game is going to have 13 new aim supported guns. Now you won't be able to upgrade for them, and you're going to have to scavenge for ammo around the levels, but there's also going to be collectibles hidden everywhere and strewn around the levels. They had to fully rebalance the gameplay, and the layout on the aim control is going to be very similar to what you had to play on Farpoint. You know what I mean? You're just going to aim and look down sights, gun, same situation here, there, you know what I mean. Reload button is going to be in the back, and DualShock 4 and Move Support. With the Move, if you want locomotion, there's going to be a button you hold in whichever direction you're looking. That button will move you forward. Another button's going to move you backwards. There's also going to be an option on the aim controller. You hold back the analog stick for a quick 180, just in case you want to flip around right away. And for those of you lefties out there, they're going to have options for you right at launch. Now, the campaign is supposed to be around 6 hours, mostly depending on how your skill level is. And there's going to be 7 levels to that baby. And all of those levels will be playable co-op, which is awesome. Alright, you're going to get multiple difficulties with this campaign, so if it's too easy for you for the first time or you want to go through it again, you can do it again. And they're even going to have an apocalyptic mode where you have very limited ammo, 1 gun, and 1 hit and you're dead. Only 0.2% of Steam users have completed this apocalyptic mode, so headsets, challenge set for all of us out there. Now, on top of the campaign, they're also going to have a 4-player survival horde mode, which should be very, very fun. And all of these wonderful things will be coming to you for $39.99. Now, they may have a possible physical release in the future, but for the most part, as of right now, it's only going to be digital. Like I said earlier, I tell you the difference between the Pro and the OG version. Now, the Pro will have better visuals without a doubt. Most of you know that already, but the gameplay will be exactly the same on both versions, so don't you worry. If you're on the OG, you're still going to have a great time, but if you're on the Pro, you will have better rendering and an increased fog distance, as well as a couple other little boosts to the game that you think you're going to enjoy. And from what I've heard from developers is there is a noticeable difference between the Pro and the OG, although like I said, gameplay will remain intact on both versions. Now, this baby's going to be great. I'm really excited about this one. They really kind of redid it from the ground up almost for us. There will also be camera options if you don't want the full locomotion, as well as teleportation, because I did get a couple comments from people that were worried you're going to get sick. So if you want to teleport, you can teleport. Now, back to the news. Alright, doesn't that look good? We all know that look, baby. Alright, we all know that baby looks awesome. And speaking of locomotion in games, remember DWVR from a few days ago? Well, the dev listened to what we had to say, and now he's happy to show us that full locomotion support is there. You got it. You can move around. You're going to teleport a little to get to those hard to reach places. For the most part, he's got it there. Now, this baby's still in early stages. It's going to be a while before we see a final product, but hey, I'm glad he's already listening. Bridge Crew, if you're a fan of the Star Trek game, which I know most of you wonderful people out there, the senior creative director, as well as a bunch of other people that worked on a game, are doing a Reddit AMA tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time, so check it out if you can. Alright, Brookhaven, we were supposed to get the aim pads yesterday, but sadly we didn't get it yet. I don't know if we're gonna get it soon, but I sure do hope so. Alright, finally, special delivery. Now, I haven't heard the greatest things about this game. Most people saying it's alright. There's no move support, and to move in-game, you have to lean your headset. There's no real, aiming with the aim stick. You have to reload the gun after every shot by sticking it in your basket, and you're shooting papers. They said it's not really the paperboy game that everyone was hoping it to be. Closer to kind of a pixel gear style. Now, it's only $9.99, and I should be getting the key soon, so we'll probably have some gameplay on the channel. But other than that, I don't think it's anything you need to jump out and get right away. And now for everybody's favorite, you may not even like it, but it's certainly my favorite. Ask Frank. And Joe Moss wants to know, Frank, we gonna get an AIM restock anytime soon? Joe, you know what, buddy? I've heard that it's third week in June, at least for Amazon now. I would definitely check that baby every day, and if they're gonna get a restock, most major retailers should get a restock as well. And next up, Jazz the Goose says, hey Frank, is Mortal Blitz gonna get AIM support? Now Jazz, I believe I read something from the developers that they said they aren't really interested in adding AIM support. They're more working on the second part. Now, I don't know if they're gonna change their minds, but I'm pretty sure something cool is gonna come along, and you can even forget about Mortal Blitz altogether, so don't even worry about it, buddy. Mike Walsh wants to know, hey Frank, is Passengers VR worth it? Now, the developers did reach out to me and offer me a code, but I rejected it because I didn't really want to waste my time with it. I heard it isn't really that great, but the thing is, if you like the movie, you might be really interested in jumping into the set. I never watched the movie and had no interest in the movie from the start, so it could be up your alley, and maybe it'll go on sale, so if you don't really want to jump and get it right away, give it another month or so. And finally, Coco Beer says, hey Frank, you say forget about it. Coco Beer, forget about it. And that's it for the show today. I'm tired, I gotta go. I say I'm gonna go to sleep, but I'm probably gonna sit around and edit for the next hour and a half, and then rewatch the show, and then probably read some of your comments. But you know, I might go to sleep after this one. Thank you for coming through. Hit that thumbs up if you'd like to, but more importantly, if you wanna stay up to date on everything PlayStation VR, and ya don't mind this ugly mug, friggin' subscribe. I mean, come on. Thank you very much.